Kermit Washington, 64, was indicted by a federal grand jury on Monday under a sealed indictment and arrested yesterday in Los Angeles, California. The federal indictment alleges that Washington, a former NBA player, used his celebrity status to exploit the good intentions of those who donated to a charity that he founded called Project Contact Africa. According to the indictment, Washington profited by diverting funds donated to that charity, hundreds of thousands of dollars meant to benefit the children and needy families in Africa, but instead bankrolled that money for his own profit. The case is an offshoot of a nationwide $100 million investigation into the software piracy scheme, which you may recall was announced last December, called Software Slashers. During that investigation, we do what we do best, and we followed the money. We followed the money trail that led to Project Contact Africa, and then that trail led to Kermit Washington. Washington and others allegedly used the charity status of Project Contact Africa to sell online products, mostly the pirated software that we discovered in we discovered in Software Slashers, as well as memorabilia signed by NBA officials that they auctioned off. This scheme defrauded PayPal and eBay of the commercial fees they were owed because they set it up. Those fees are waived once a charity is in place. Customers who made that purchase believed that 100% of those proceeds were going to benefit the children in Africa. Instead, over the 4-year period, calendar period of 2010 through 2013, Washington diverted nearly $500,000 in charity funds for his own personal use, to buy airline tickets, restaurants, food, hotels, personal training. He purchased jewelry, clothes, and other personal items. Washington also used the charity to collect illegal referral fees from Ron Mix, an attorney practicing in the state of California. Washington referred to Mix professional athletes and Mix's legal practice focused mostly on workers' compensation claims. So Washington referred to Mix athletes who had a potential claim for workers' compensation. As a representative of the National Basketball Players Association, the union that represents the NBA players, Washington was in a unique position to contact those former athletes and to refer them to Mix for potential claims suffered during their playing career. Washington referred all of those cases exclusively to Mix. Mix, instead of paying Washington a direct referral payment, because that would be illegal, he instead directed his payments as a donation to Project Contact Africa. And Washington then diverted those funds for his own personal benefit. The federal indictment charges Washington with 1 count of corruptly interfering with the Internal Revenue Service codes, 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 1 count of obstruction of justice, and 1 count of aggravated identity theft.